Saber Interactive just announced a AAA John Wick game with Keanu and the director involved. It's a third-person gun-fu action game set years before the movies. The problem? No release date. Could be months, could be years, could be never. I've been hurt before. So here are 6 games that feel like John Wick that you can play right now. Oh, and I saved the best one for last, so please stick around. I have 4 subscribers and one is my mom, so if this helps, hit subscribe, please. My Friend Pedro. This is a game where a sentient banana convinces you to commit mass murder. It's a side-scrolling shooter where you smash through windows in slow motion while wielding dual Uzis and just destroying everything and everyone in your path. The game is short, like 4 to 5 hours, but every single minute of it is pure, concentrated dopamine. The kind of game where you finish a level and immediately say, I need to do that again, but cooler. If you want to feel like an unstoppable action hero and also question your relationship with fruit, this is the game for you. The Hong Kong Massacre. Here's a fun fact. You know that overhead shotgun scene in John Wick 4? The one with the dragon's breath rounds? The director said it was directly inspired by this game. It's a top-down shooter set in 1990s Hong Kong. You play as a detective on a revenge mission, and you've got slow motion, dive mechanics, and one-hit kills. Enemies die in one shot, but so do you. It's fair. Brutally, frustratingly fair. Now look, critics were a bit split on this one. Some found it repetitive, but the fact that it literally inspired a scene in an actual John Wick movie, I think that's worth something. Sleeping Dogs. This game is what happens when you take John Wick and put him in Hong Kong as an undercover cop. It has some of the best hand-to-hand combat in any open world game. You're countering, you're grappling, you're shoving a guy's face into an air conditioning unit. And this game lets you deep fry a man. That is cinema, I think. And then it transitions seamlessly into gunplay. You're popping headshots while sliding across a wet market floor. It's basically a playable kung fu movie that sometimes also lets you drive really fast and sing karaoke. It's the full package. The fact that a planned sequel was cancelled is one of gaming's greatest tragedies. Midnight Fight Express. In this game, you play as a guy named Babyface, and you spend the entire night brutally murdering gangsters across a city before sunrise. Oh, and this one was made by one guy. Meanwhile, I can't even make my bed. The combat is motion captured by an actual stunt performer, and it shows. You're flowing between enemies, countering attacks, and ripping weapons out of people's hands mid-swing. You can also throw stuff like a gas tank and watch enemies turn into a fine red mist. And the enemies are just batshit insane. You start off fighting regular gangsters, then corrupt cops, then human rat hybrids, and a priest with a rocket launcher. It just keeps escalating. By the end, you don't feel like John Wick. You feel like John Wick's cardio instructor. Suit for Hire. You've probably never heard of Suit for Hire, and that's a shame, because this is one of the most underrated John Wick-like games out there. You're a man in a nice suit, and you walk into rooms and kill everybody in them. That's the whole game. Here's why it works. You only get 7 bullets, and if every bullet kills, the gun reloads for free. Miss even one, and now you're improvising. Padding a knife, kicking a guy into a wall, picking a katana off the floor and slashing people with it. Which is basically the John Wick job description. It's 92% positive on Steam and costs basically nothing. Check it out. Sifu. Alright, I told you to stick around for the best one. This is it. Sifu is, in my opinion, the single best John Wick feeling game that you can play right now. And yes, I know that there are no guns. I don't care. The energy is John Wick. You play as a martial artist on a revenge mission, fighting through a hallway, a nightclub, a museum. Sound familiar? Here's the hook. Every time you die, you age. You start young and fast. By the end, you might be a weathered old fighter, stronger but more fragile. Die too much and it's over. Start the entire thing again. You feel like John Wick, but the clock is ticking and your body is keeping score. When you finally clear a level without aging, when you flow through every enemy like water and walk out of the other side untouched, that's the closest I've ever come to feeling like a badass. Which is kind of sad. Play this game, you won't regret it. So that's it. 6 games that will scratch that John Wick itch while we all wait for the real thing to drop. If I missed one that you think belongs in this list, fight me in the comments. And if this video helped you find something new to play, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, Mom. Now bye.